Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Earth Nerd. Today I'm going to be talking about Crisis on Infinite Earths. The finale was yesterday for the epic 5-part crossover on the CW, covering Arrow, The Flash, Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow, Black Lightning, and Batwoman. And wow, what a ride it has been. So, I don't know if you guys can notice, but obviously the name of the channel is Earth Nerd, and that was definitely heavily inspired by the CW Arrowverse with their alternate universe thing or whatever. So kind of similar to like Earth 2, I named the channel Earth Nerd. And that's basically how I got the name Earth Nerd for the channel. So I've always loved the CW Arrowverse shows. And so Crisis on Infinite Earth is absolutely everything I've ever wanted. It is action-packed. It was epic. I mean, I'm going to mostly talk about the last 2 parts because obviously the first 3 parts aired last month, and that's kind of old news at this point, but I would like to say I did love the appearance of Brandon Routh as Superman from Superman Returns in the crossover. That was definitely one of the highlights of the crossover, and Kevin Conroy as Bruce Wayne was awesome, as an evil Bruce Wayne. That was really cool. And yeah, so basically this crossover is just absolutely insane. Green Arrow, Oliver Queen, is now the Spectre, and he is able to spoiler, by the way, I'll probably have that in the title, but spoiler discussion. So if you haven't seen the show before I just start rambling, maybe watch it and then come back to the video. But Arrow is now the Spectre, and he is tasked with helping the Paragons to save the universe, and he eventually makes the ultimate sacrifice by doing so. A couple highlights from the last 2 parts. Ezra Miller's Flash from the Justice League movie shows up. Wow. I gotta say, like, that might be an even bigger surprise than the Lucifer crossover, because wow, this opens up so many doors here. Like, we have just opened Pandora's box with this one. But one thing I will say is that kind of ticked me off is so I had to work last night, and I get home, and there's already people posting about Ezra Miller being in the crossover. Like, and I get it, like, people want to talk about it, but at least common courtesy, wait like 24 hours. Like, gee, like, I just got home. I don't even think the crossover was done airing yet, and I've already been spoiled. Like, what the heck, guys? Like what the, like, why? Like, like, wait 24 hours to talk about something as huge as this. Like, can you imagine the backlash people would have gotten if they had talked about, like, Tony Stark dying, like, the day the movie came out? Like, people would be, like, hugely upset. And I'm sure there were people who did that. But this was, like, widespread. Like, everybody was posting about Ezra Miller being the crossover, and it hadn't even been, like, an hour since it had aired, and the people were already spoiling it. I'm like, come on, guys. Like, for real? Like, you couldn't wait, like, 24 hours? Like, I don't know. So it kind of ruined the moment. It didn't ruin the moment for me, but I mean, it definitely made it a lot less impactful knowing that he was there beforehand. Like, if I had watched that and not knowing that Ezra Miller was going to show up, I would have totally just lost it. But that moment was taken from me because people decided to post it online, which kind of sucks. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of just a public service announcement, people. The common courtesy is at least 24 hours. Just wait 24 hours. That's all I ask. But that's rant over. But yeah, so Oliver makes the ultimate sacrifice and saves the universes. I will say this. I do think the final episode of the crossover was pretty darn weak, but it was tasked with setting up the entire future of the Arrowverse, because now all of the main shows are taking place in the same Earth, which is being called Earth Prime. And I understand why the 5th episode was like that, but it definitely felt like a downgrade from episode 4, because episode 4 was so, like, high stakes, so epic. And then everything just kind of calms down for episode 5 until the end with the final battle. But it just kind of stunk because like everything was just like so high and so epic in the 4th episode, and then episode 5 was just like, well, so everything's back to normal, at least for that certain amount of time. But I do like I feel like everybody predicted this. So all of the main shows like The Flash, Supergirl, Black Lightning, Legends, all of them are on the same Earth now, which is great. It's how it really should have been in the first place. But I understand like other circumstances caused it to be different. And they have also canonized Titans, Doom Patrol, Swamp Thing, Stargirl, Green Lantern as separate Earths. So there is still a multiverse, but it's a much more simplified multiverse now. So basically all the CW shows except Stargirl are on Earth Prime. Stargirl is going to be on Earth 2, and then the other shows are on their other respective Earths. So, and I assume that Lucifer is still on Earth 666. And yeah, so this definitely sets up a lot because we saw the Green Lantern symbol in one of the Earths, so that means that Green Lantern is going to be connected. We still did not get a Green Lantern ring for John Diggle. I still have hope for the Arrow finale that maybe he stumbles upon one and gets to meet up with some of the other Green Lanterns. I think that'd be a lot of fun. But yeah, I mean, I guess a review for the episode. I know I've been kind of all over the place in this, but I've been trying to kind of talk about some of the high points and then just kind of give my take on it, because I mean there's so much that happens in this crossover. There's no way I'd be able to talk about it all, or else I'd be here for like an hour, and I just saw it this morning, so it's not like I've seen it like a couple times already, so it's kind of just all over the place for me right now. But I definitely absolutely loved this crossover. I mean, this is everything I ever wanted, and I'm just going to say it. They formed the Justice League at the end. I really wish that they had just called themselves the Justice League, because I know they're implying that they formed the Justice League, but there's always going to be people who's like, well, they didn't technically say the words Justice League, but I mean, come on. They have the round table. They got the chairs. This is the Justice League, folks. And they're in the hall, but they didn't say Justice League, but they formed the Justice League. So this is definitely the biggest crossover we've ever had, probably the biggest crossover we will ever have TV-wise. So, I mean, there definitely were some low points, so I got to give it a 4 out of 5. But, I mean, it was amazing. It was such a fun ride. It was so fun, so much fun to watch and everything. So yeah, I really did enjoy this crossover a lot, and I'm looking forward to the Arrow finale. I can't wait to see how they kind of wrap this all up, because Oliver obviously died in part 4 of Crisis, so I wonder how they're going to wrap his character up in his own show, along with Diggle and all the other characters like that. And of course, the Green Arrow and the Canaries backdoor pilot is going to be an episode as Arrow, but it's supposed to be also like the pilot for a potential spinoff show will be airing next week, so definitely am looking forward to that and all the other shows coming in the future. So yeah, guys, what do you guys think about Crisis on Infinite Earths? Definitely let me know in the comment section down below. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you disliked it, leave a dislike, and also subscribe and turn on those post notifications if you want to stay up to date with all of the new videos coming to the channel here in the future. So yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye. Take care.